Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Hatoful Boyfriend. Now, where we last left off, I tied up some loose ends, and I went ahead and saw all the alternative character endings that I hadn't seen with some of the characters that we already covered in previous episodes. So that means I've seen every single ending for each character that this game has to offer, except for the final route, which I'm planning to start in this episode. Now, I want to go ahead and get this out of the way and say that I actually tried to start the epilogue of Hatoful Boyfriend before, but about an hour into it, when I decided that I would cut it into 2 or more parts, since the epilogue was taking longer than I expected to go through, I discovered that for some reason nothing recorded. So, a whole hour's worth of progress of me going into the epilogue just basically vanished into the ether. So, yeah. I don't know if it was because for some reason the recording function didn't register when I hit the recording key, or just if it's just plain incompetence on my part, and I just simply forgot to press something, but what it is, so unfortunately, for the first hour or so going into the epilogue, I'm not really going to be surprised by anything that happens because I've seen it all before. So, sadly, for this one part of the Let's Play, I'm not exactly going to be blind. So, sorry about that if you guys were expecting to see a completely blind Let's Play the whole way through, you know, outside of the very beginning, which I happened to mention. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to, since I know of the first hour going in, what scenes are going to be different, I'm just going to record those, because the epilogue will start only after a certain point after I play the game normally. So I'll only show those scenes and anything new. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to fulfill the promise. Is there anything you desire? I can grant whatever you wish. Tell me. A strange bird once said that. Who was that bird talking to? I've had this dream a lot recently. I can see a little house on the other side of the fence. I wonder who lives there. I don't think it's anyone I know. Ryuta is next to me, and my parents are here too. We're all together again, but... Mom? Dad? Hey. Wake up. Please. That dream again. Ryuta, my parents, and me at a stranger's house. A strange bird who comes to me as a magician. He says he'll grant any wish that Ryuta and I make. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But one day. That's all for today. See you tomorrow, everyone. Classes always feel really long after summer vacation. I think I'll go home and sleep. I'm going to go home, Ryuta. Want to come with... Huh? Ryuta isn't at his desk. He's always slow, so I don't think he packed up and went home. Sir! Sir, wait! Hello, Tasaka. What is it? Do you know where Ryuta went? I don't think I've seen him since homeroom. He went to the infirmary earlier. I think he wasn't feeling well. He had a stomachache? Could be. Maybe you should go check on him if you weren't going somewhere else. I will. I'm late. I've been slow getting out before, but I've never slept through my alarm like this. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. Anyway, gotta go fast. Sorry I'm late. Good morning, Kawara. We were just about to sit down. Late on the second day, as expected of a feral. Now. Sir, where's Hiyoko? Isn't she here? Apparently not. No wonder her kind died off. Where are you, Hiyoko? Usually you'd be here early. You were late yesterday and now this? I think we can start homeroom now. Today we'll do a little review on the history of bird kind. You wait until now to teach that. What a pathetic country. Of course, everyone learned it years ago, but it's required for the second day of the semester. Back when we birds were still beasts and pets, a virus known as AH5N1 appeared. At first, it only infected birds, but it underwent a mutation and spread to humans. This mutated strain was highly infectious and had an extremely high mortality rate. It became clear that it posed a threat to the survival of the human species. So the humans engineered a powerful virus to cull birds and prevent AH5N1 from becoming pandemic. In hindsight, it seemed foolhardy and rash, but the world leaders of the time saw no better option. Except the new virus didn't work. Infected birds didn't die. Rather, their brains grew in size and power, starting with doves. That's why doves make up the majority of professionally qualified workers today. Other birds, including quails like me, are still adapting to social life. Incidentally, I heard that the first puffin in history to hold a governorship was elected last month. Even kakapos, which were once close to extinction, can now be toilet trained. And, as you all know, the Prime Minister of Japan is a shoe bill. Anyway, the development of social intelligence in birds had a huge impact on their predators. Which leads me to the next point. Since their gambit failed, humans were left defenseless to AH5N1. Most died out. The few that are left now live peacefully with birds, though in the past there were large conflicts. That's the bell. We'll vote on student council members in second period, so be on time. Hiyoko never came. I hope she's okay. Maybe I should try calling her. Kawara, do you have a minute? Sure. We're supposed to get our print boxes today. Would you mind picking ours up? Our print box? Yup. It has all the handouts and everything. Since we don't have a council yet. Okay. It's in the faculty room, right? That's right. If you could have it back here before second period, please. Print box. Print box. Inside the faculty office is a stack of cardboard boxes. These must be the ones. This one, maybe? I picked up the box marked 2-3. It's awfully heavy. I guess paper isn't exactly light when there's this much of it. You could say it's a noticeable paperweight. Oh, thank you. You were okay by yourself? It was a little heavier than I expected, but I was fine. Let's take a look inside then. Just make sure everything's there. Huh? Did you cut your wing, Kawara? Cut my... I don't think so. It's bleeding. It is. Did I scratch myself on something? It doesn't hurt at all. No. This isn't my blood. What is that? You know, if that stain has actually been there, I'm surprised you hadn't noticed it until now. There's blood leaking through a corner of the box. I feel sick, but I reach out and open the lid anyway. Inside the box is a human head. The eyes are glassy, but even like this, I still recognize her. She wasn't late. She was here all along. It can't... First class. What? Look away, Kawara. Looking will only hurt you. Emergency alert. Emergency alert. We have entered a state of emergency. All students, please evacuate to the gymnasium. Repeat, we have entered. Cuckoo? What is happening? Why is everything red? I don't know. Bah! Until we know what's going on, there's nothing to do but follow instructions. What are you spacing out for, Kawara? Come on. No. I don't want to leave Hiyoko alone here alone. Get up. She's gone. That thing is no longer Tosaka. It can't be. Come. By the time we arrived, the gym was already crowded with students and teachers. No one seems to know what's going on, though. The gym echoes with whispered speculation. Hey, did you see the box? Yeah, you had that too? Yup. Well, the class rep opened it and I didn't see, but apparently there was a human arm in it. Ours had half a leg. It was really gross. From the snatches of conversation I hear, it sounds like all of the print boxes had pieces of a human corpse in them. Were they all pieces of Hiyoko, I wonder? Nobody seemed particularly concerned, which isn't all that odd. It was grotesque, but it's not like it was a dead bird. Just some primate. Nanaki, this isn't some idiotic disaster drill, is it? We're not supposed to have one until next month. Do you suppose it has something to do with that distasteful box? That was definitely Tosaka's. Bah! Won't someone explain this ridiculous state of affairs already? Yeah. Someone. Tell me what's going on. This is a bad dream, right? Someone wake me up. Someone. You are a fancy bird. Is everyone here? This is Ichiju Mino, the headmaster. The headmaster? It seems we have gathered together without panic or noise. Excellent. Unfortunately, there has been a natural disaster outside. This school is a designated evacuation site, so please remain here a little longer. Natural disaster? Nonsense. The weather is perfectly clear. Coup! Okasan felt no earthquakes! It's not like we're anywhere near a volcano or anything. I demand an explanation, Headmaster. Just what is going on outside? Does this have something to do with Tosaka Hyoko? Why have you brought us here? I repeat, there has been a... No, imbecile! The gymnasium erupts in whispered discussion once more. Well, that changed nothing. I still have no idea what's going on. Are you alright, Kawara? No, yes, I am. This could prove to be a very bad day for us all. Could prove to be. It already is. Coup! Mr. Nanaki! Hyoko is missing! Coup! She must have run off somewhere. Okasan will go look for her. San, no, she's... San is an older breed, much closer to pigeons of the human era. Maybe he doesn't understand the concept of death. Trying to explain would only hurt him myself. The headmaster has proven entirely unhelpful. What should we do, Nanaki? Well, we can't exactly carry on with class. I agree with San. Let's go get Hyoko. Calm yourself, Kawara. To relinquish your sanity during a state of emergency is suicide. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Sir, we can't just leave her there like that. May I go back to the classroom? Just once? Well, the principal did ask us to remain here. But he didn't say we couldn't leave the gym, now did he? I'm coming with you. As president of the student council, I have a responsibility to get to the bottom of this. Thanks, Sakuya. Do not flatter yourself. I am not doing this for you. Tosaka was foolish, loud, and had no manners or sense. But she never deserved anything like this. I swear, by my blood and name as a labelle, I will find the one who did this. You shall be my assistant. Come, Kawara. Right. And so I exited the gymnasium in Sakuya's majestic wake. I want to know what happened to Hyoko. Who did that to her? And why? Can the evacuation possibly have nothing to do with her? Why wouldn't the headmaster explain anything? My head was a raging whirlpool of questions, and no answers. And I did not yet know what we would find. What is this? A wall. A huge, gray... What had been a clear autumn sky is now blocked off by dull gray. It's dark, almost like the sun has already gone down. A dome, rather. We appear to be shut in from above as well. What? When did they do this? And how? I don't think any of us was in full command of his faculties as we came this way. We can't be certain that it wasn't already there. It does seem most likely that it was put in place while we were in the gymnasium listening to the headmaster, though. He did say there was a natural disaster. Maybe this is some sort of shield? A disaster so destructive, there's nothing to be done but hide under an enormous gray blanket and wait? Maybe they didn't give the headmaster the details to avoid causing a panic? If that were the case, they would be robbing us of our right to know why our very lives are in danger. Is this really a shelter? Is there really a natural disaster? Either way, we don't know if there's a connection between what happened to Hyoko and all this. Let's go to the classroom and then tell Mr. Nanaki about the dome thing. Very well. Looks like the other classes left theirs as they were as well. They're at the teachers' desks. Is everybody else planning to stay in the gym? Japan is a country full of fools who have grown lazy through too much peace. I doubt anyone else has dared to take it upon themselves to investigate this matter. We're here. The box is still where I left it. Inside is... I can't. Sakuya, I'm sorry. Could you? No matter. What is this madness? Huh? There's nothing here. That can't be right. We left it right here. It's not like it got up and moved on its own, is it? Someone came and removed it while everyone was at the gym. This is life, not some third-rate mystery novel. Exactly, Sakuya. Yuya! Salutations, Ryuta. I see you're babysitting Sakuya. Do not throw my name about like some cheap toy, mongrel. How cruel. Well, I can't blame you for being tense, given the circumstances. I think he'd act like that regardless of the circumstances, Yuya. I am sorry about her. It pains me to think what happened. His expression clouds. It's strange. I've never seen him with any expression other than carefree cheerfulness before. You've known her for a long time, right? Yes. Do you know something about all this, Yuya? Well, most of this business is still a mystery to me, but I can at least answer the question we face right now. The whereabouts of the corpse, you mean? Yeah, that. As you said, this isn't some third-rate mystery novel. Corpses don't disappear, and we won't be having a famous detective show up and find the culprit for us. Anyway, the other infirmary assistants and I gathered her up in the chemistry lab. The chemistry lab? What for? For one, well, we couldn't just leave her scattered throughout the school, if only for the mental health of the students. Secondly, for the autopsy. As you know, we have two things going on at once here. The only human in the school was cut up and distributed to the rest of the school, and now there's some natural disaster happening. I imagine you're wondering if there isn't a connection between the two. We are, but we haven't found anything. What do you know? I told you, This is all mystery to me, too. I suspect that we will have an easier time investigating the murder as long as we're sealed in like this, though. The doctor should be proceeding with the autopsy by now. The doctor? Why him? You don't trust him? Of course not! I don't want to think about what he might do to her. He might even have... You suspect the doctor? Yes! Everybody knows he's a nutcase. He probably killed her for some crazy experiment. He is an expert in the field. Who else here could perform the autopsy? But... I know where you're coming from, Ryuta. He's not exactly the most ethically minded bird around. That's why I asked Professor Nanaki to come too. He should be there by now if you want to go make sure. Alright. We'll go later. So Hiyoko has been gathered in the chemistry lab, and the doctor and Mr. Nanaki are examining her now. Mr. Nanaki might not be the best witness, but he's better than no one, right? We know where the corpse went then. But why are you here? Me? I'm investigating. Under my own orders, of course. Playing detective, mongrel. That, and I have to make sure we don't miss any pieces. Anyway, what are you two going to do now? Personally, I think the murder and the evacuation are almost certainly connected. I'm inclined to agree. The headmaster's refusal to explain our situation makes me doubt his story in its entirety. Indeed. So, Ryuta. Yeah? I know how you feel. You want to find the one who did this to Hiyoko as soon as possible, right? Yes. Hiyoko. Gone for a moment, and suddenly she was turned into this. Who did that to her? I'll find them, and I'm going to find the culprit, and I've never felt this emotion before, but now I feel nothing else. When I find that bird, My thoughts exactly. Unfortunately, this school is a mess, and we won't find anything by chasing after her shadow. I think we should try to solve both mysteries at once, whenever possible. Of course, the wall could just be there because of some natural disaster. That's about all I have to say. We didn't need your advice from the start. You're nothing but talk anyway, mongrel. Thanks, Yuya. We'll do our best to help. Oh, one other thing. You might want to talk to one in the maintenance office. Tell him I sent you. You mean that antisocial cockatiel dandy everybody hates? Yup, him. Don't worry, he's a good guy. He'll be able to help you, and you might find something useful in there. Well, that's it for the talky mongrel. Adio! He saunters off towards the staircase. What a dreadfully obnoxious man. I thought he'd never shut up. He gave us some good advice, right? We should be grateful. Anyway, I don't think we'll find anything else here. Indeed. Where should we head next? I doubt we would go amiss by visiting the lab, the maintenance office, or by investigating the wall outside. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was Ryuta. Right. Let's go to the office first. Maybe this one guy will be able to help us. My mouth was feeling a bit dry. The maintenance office. In other words, the repairman's shop. I doubt we will find anything useful there. Yuya said to go, right? I doubt the integrity of his advice. Jeez, is that anything to say about your own brother? You should be nicer to your family. My family? Do you mock me? That filthy blood mongrel is no relation to me. Whoa, calm down. I guess his elitism is still running business as usual. We don't have time to waste. We should hurry. The maintenance room is in the corner of the main building, on the ground floor, right? Excuse us. What is this? This doesn't look very educational. The handyman pretty much lives in here, I think. A dove. And one more. Mr. One. Hello. What are you doing here? Didn't you hear the alarm? I'm Ryuta, and this is Sakuya. We got permission from our teacher to investigate the building. Didn't you hear the alarm? No panic, no noise, and no leaving. That's what I do here. Whoa! Somehow he seems really cool. You mean you're too lazy to go to the gymnasium? Don't worry about me. You two go ahead and find your class there. No, we're not. Do you mean to interfere with us? Wretched fool. Yuya said we should ask for your help. Sakazaki Yuya. Yes, him. We decided to honor his request by coming all the way over here. Do you intend to stop us now? Sakuya, where the heck are your manners? Sorry. He transferred from overseas, and his Japanese isn't too great. He certainly has more bark than I imagine he has bite. Excuse me. Very well. Come in. What did you say you gentlemen were investigating? Two things. The murder of Tosaka Hiyoko, and the mysterious wall outside. You've been in here the whole time, right? Do you know what he's talking about? Yes, I got an idea of it from Mr. Sakazaki. In other words, you only know what you've heard from that mongrel. Useless! I know plenty about the school itself, though. My job is to take care of the entire campus. Maybe you know what the big gray wall outside is, then? Nope. Useless wretch! Sakuya, calm down! Though, I'm not sure there's anything we can learn here right now. Oh, wait. Mr. One, could we use your computer? Maybe we can find out what's going on outside. Sadly not. Everything's been cut off since this morning. Even the telephone wires, eh? This is too thorough. I can't think of any reason why they need to cut communication systems off if it were some sort of storm protection. It's been a wild goose chase then. A complete waste of time. Let us go, Kawara. Wait. I have a bright and massive piece of advice for you. Bright and massive? What? If you get stuck, try the headmaster's office. I've been almost everywhere in this school, but never there. You might be able to find something out about the wall if you check in there. Of course, the headmaster did not speak to us in person in the gym. If he was broadcasting from his office, then he might still be there. Asking him carefully immediately seems like the best way to get some solid information. We should try that. If you need a break later on, feel free to come back here and rest. Anyone Mr. Sakazaki sent is trustworthy. I'll get you some notes. If you find anything, you can come write it down. You never know what could happen in a situation like this, and you don't want to forget anything. Thank you, Mr. 1. We can come back here later. For now, we should check the lab or the wall. After those two, we can try the headmaster's office. Go to, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna go to the lab. Excuse us. It's always been one of the gloomier parts of the school, but today the lab is downright depressing. Hello, Kawara. Sir, thank you for being with Hyoko now. Of course. Sakazaki came and asked me to come right after you two left the gym. He must have gone past us. How unfortunate. The doctor is lining the pieces of Hyoko up on one of the lab benches. Wait. You said that Yuya came and got you after we left the classroom? But he said that you were already here when we met him in the classroom. Am I remembering that right? Because if so, I think I've spotted an inconsistency here. Must you glower at me so, Mr. Kawara? I'm not glowering at you. Do you disapprove of my handling her? He gives me an evil smile. No, that's not it. I just wish we had a doctor who wasn't this malicious. Are you finding anything, Dr. Awamine? Not yet, no. I only just finished assembling her. It will take some time. I will send word to you when I have finished. Perhaps you have something else to do while you wait. Very well. We shall not interfere. Come, Kawara. Right. Oh, Mr. Kawara. A moment, please. Yes? Allow me to give you a hint. A hint? You suspect me of foul play, do you not? In light of that, I shall leave it up to you whether you decide to believe me or not. Anyway, I think you have missed something very important. One might say you have forgotten something. Perhaps you should bear that in mind, You're just a little bit off. But I'm sure you'll find the answer yourself if you keep looking. Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Kawara? The sound of your life crumbling apart around you. I take it does not suit your tastes. Very well. He was rather fond of the usual himself. A pity. He? Well then, you can handle the outside investigation and I the internal. Good luck, Mr. Kawara. Right. Thanks, Doctor. He's definitely enjoying himself. What a psycho. What did he mean when he said I was missing something? Or maybe he was just trying to lead me astray. Better not worry about it for the time being. What were you talking with Koara about, Doctor? Nothing important. I was just giving him a little emotional support and encouragement. I see. That's good, then. I'm sure you'll remember not to cause any trouble for my students, Doctor. We step outside once more. The gray dome remains, blocking out the morning sky. Let's go get a closer look at it. We can't see much from over here. Indeed. Iron, maybe? It's quite firm, at any rate. Maybe it is some sort of shelter. My phone's out of range. Maybe this wall is blocking the signal? That seems likely. Sounds thick and dense. Trying to break a hole in it will not be practical. Maybe there's an emergency exit or something? We should check. We still don't know whether or not we are completely sealed in, after all. Right. Let's walk around the perimeter. Doesn't look like there are any doors or anything. Indeed, it appears to be identical all the way around. Do you suppose it is ventilated? I can't say I fancy the prospect of suffocating under this thing without even knowing why it's here. I think an emergency shelter would have some sort of airflow built in, yeah. If not, then we're in deep trouble. What are you looking at? Up there. Is that some sort of hatchway? He points upwards. Ah! He's right. About 20 meters up, there's a joint or something of a different color. It does look like it might lead outside. Let's go look. I don't see any sort of latch. Can we open it by hand? Yeah, maybe there's a switch or something somewhere. It does not seem like we can do anything here now. Let's remember its location and return later. I don't like to think about it, but if there really is such a terrible disaster out there that this is the only option, maybe it would be better to leave it shut anyway. Indeed. Let us move on. We still don't know what's going on outside. I got enough on my mind just thinking about Hiyoko, but I'm worried about my family outside, too. I hope my mother's okay. I suppose we finished the first stage of the investigation now. Yeah, we got a better idea of the situation, I guess. The doctor's working in the lab. The gray dome covers the entire school, but for one small hatch. And we can use the maintenance office as a base. Mr. One did say. Indeed. He suggested we visit the headmaster's office. Yeah, it's on the first floor. Let's go. Headmaster! Sir! Are you within? We demand entry! Rude even to the headmaster? I wonder if the doctor is the only person in the entire school who he actually respects. No reply. Let's go in. Let's go in. Wait, Sakuya, that's... It's locked? Bah! Where is that old geezer? Maybe he's pretending to be out so we'll go away? Indeed. He never was the type to walk about the campus. Or perhaps he has locked the door from the inside and plans to stay inside until the siege lets up. Should we wait around? We have no time for such frivolities. We shall enter this room if it means reducing the door to a miserable pile of splinters. It's the headmaster's door. I don't think it'll be easy to break down. You speak the truth. Let us ask Nanaki if there isn't a key to open it from the outside. Yeah, we can head back to the... What is it, Kawara? I thought I heard something. I hear nothing. Perhaps you are imagining things. Like something being dragged across the floor. Listen, there it is again. Behind... Hello, creepy robot scarecrow. Suddenly, behind us stood a gigantic scarecrow-like creature with a rough burlap sack for a head. Second class. What in... The Scarecrow Man draws closer, dragging its long, ungainly metallic arm behind it. Sakuya, watch out! Its arm slices through the air, smashing the window into tiny shards, which scatters across the hallway floor. We don't know what it is, but apparently it isn't friendly. Sakuya, we have to run! I am well aware. Did we lose it? I think so. Lucky it moved so slowly. What was it? Surely no one could devise a prank as bizarre as that. It looked like a biped. It was humanoid, but I don't think it was a human. I never heard of a human made out of metal and burlap. A murder, the dome, and now this! I know not who is behind these trickeries, but they must have a death wish to mock me so. For now, we have to get back to the lab. We need to warn Mr. Nanaki. Oh. Welcome back, Kawara, Shirogane. Would you like some tea? Is this really the time? We cannot afford to relax now, Professor. So I take it something happened. Ah, the headmaster. He must have been hiding from the Scarecrow. It smashed the window. Calm yourself, Kawara. You become incoherent. Sorry. We were attacked by a gigantic creature outside the headmaster's office. It was a bizarre thing, like a scarecrow in appearance. A scarecrow? Yeah. Like the ones humans used to make. It attacked us, and we ran back here. It was slow, but its arm was heavy and dangerous. Are the other students still in the gymnasium? Probably not all of them. If there's something dangerous in here, we should probably tell everybody to stay together in the gym. Yeah. The plot thickens indeed. Not only are we trapped under this confounded dome, but now it seems we must contend with this monstrous new guest. I wonder what the Scarecrow Man's connection to all this is. A Scarecrow Man, you say? The Doctor! Fascinating. I never cut into one of those. I'd love to get my hands on it. Don't you mean wings? Have you finished the autopsy, Doctor? Yes, for now. I was awake here the whole time. Don't worry. Thank you, Mr. Nanaki. You two may well have a right to know what I found, given your efforts toward the investigation. I shall try to state simply and briefly what I have learned from the lumps of meat, which once were Miss Tosaka. Control yourself, Kawara. Falling out amongst ourselves would only do us harm. I know. Anyway, we lack the tools for a proper examination, but the cause of death was asphyxiation. There are no signs of any strangulation or smothering, so she was either poisoned or sick. She was dismembered after death, then, Doctor. It would appear so. There is little... Oh. Sorry about that, I knocked something down. There is little evidence of bleeding, so we may assume that she was cut up some time after death. Yoko is one of the healthiest people I know. She couldn't have become sick that quickly. Meaning, someone poisoned her. Why? For the sake of the grotesque, or to make her easier to carry, or for some other reason. Disgusting either way. I suppose I should tell you the estimated time of death. Obviously, I cannot be completely certain, but I believe that Miss Tosaka died yesterday, after school. In the evening, then. Precisely. And she was found this morning. In other words, unless she was seen yesterday afternoon, she may have been here all along. Kawara, her house was near yours, was it not? Did you see her yesterday? After school? No, I didn't. My mother asked me to run some errands, so I went straight home yesterday. That's right. I went home alone. It's too late to regret it now, but maybe if I'd just asked her to walk home with me. I see. Perhaps we should ask any other students with whom she was close. You're going out again. Be careful. It sounds like wandering around the school could be dangerous. Don't worry. We can outrun the Scarecrow if it shows up again. Incidentally, I went home early yesterday too. I left as soon as class ended. So I only know what Ryuta has told me. I wish I had some useful information, but I was in the infirmary right up until I returned home, as usual. I know nothing of what happened in the rest of the school, sadly. So neither Mr. Nanaki nor Dr. Wamine saw Hiyoko yesterday afternoon. Oh, right. Could we ask a favor of you, Mr. Nanaki? A favor. The headmaster's office is locked. We think he might be hiding in there. If there's a spare key to his door, could we use it? Excuse me. A spare key. Yes. There should be one in the faculty room. I'll ask the vice principal for you. Thank you, sir. We'll be back soon. Be careful out there. You too, sir. Kawara is a strange boy. I wonder why he lied about going straight home. We won't be able to talk to the headmaster until we have that key. Let us work on the murder case until then. Right. We should ask everybody where they were yesterday. The doctor said he was in the infirmary until he went home. I wonder if we can trust him. Do not bias yourself with baseless suspicions, Kawara. Yeah, I know. I think maybe you could trust him a little too easily, Sakuya. He's a world authority, but that doesn't make him honest. You know nothing of what that means. The head of the LaBelle family, my father, was once crippled with chronic illness. He was cured by medicines developed by Dr. Wamine. He makes medicine? Save the sleep talk for your dreams. Have you no idea what contributions he has made to the medical world? I didn't know. I thought he was some kind of mad scientist, cooking up nothing but death and woe, death and all-around woe. You have become biased by the foolish rumors of the peasantry. Reconsider yourself. In any case, the LaBelle family is indebted to him. A noble bird will never treat a benefactor with disrespect. So that's why he's so polite to the doctor. Doesn't that make him biased as well, though? Anyway, let's go. Very well. Go to... I'm going to save here. If we can talk to some of the other students that Hiyoko was close with, our best bet would probably be to find them in the gymnasium. So let's go there. Okay guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. And luckily at this point we've reached the spot to where I left off in my original recording of the epilogue. So from this point onward, I will be blind again going forward. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you liked it and you want to see more content from me, feel free to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications. I will see you guys next time with what may be the last part of this. See you soon. Take care.